Hey everybody, it's Greg Nelson here from the Academy in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about succeeding in whatever your goals might be, alright? And myself, I do a lot of things. I put together my little list, whatever, and this is going to be the 7 Ds for success, alright? Now, it doesn't matter what you're doing this with. It could be anything, and in our case, it's going to be martial arts, right? Mixed martial arts, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competition, no-gi submission wrestling, Thai boxing. It's martial arts basically for the competitive person dealing with that success. So in an overarching look at it, you have to have this destiny. Who am I? What is my purpose in life? Not just reaching that goal, but what is my purpose in life? All right? What am I really doing here? And for me, you know, right now it's to make those dreams come true, those success stories come alive in our students, not only in our competitors but also in our students' lives. How can I make their life better? How can I bring them to their goals, whatever they may be, using martial arts as a vehicle, right? So for me, that's my destiny, and it's above and beyond me. I really look towards my destiny as far as my faith is concerned, and that's going to be a personal issue for you. But you have to have something that's bigger and beyond you, beyond your goals, beyond everything that you're climbing towards, that you're always looking at, your destiny, your purpose, all right? So that's huge. It's really important. Right below your destiny, you have your dreams. All right? Everybody has to have dreams. All right? And I would tell people, dream big. Don't have small dreams. But your dreams will grow as you change, as you grow, as you get better, as you reach certain levels. Then you have to have the next dream and the next dream. And that's what continues your climb, to be better and better and better. And eventually reach what you consider, you know, success, which ultimately you're going to have another dream beyond that as well. But like my son, he's 12 years old. He has a dream to be the state champion in wrestling. He got 3rd last year, and he placed in the top the year before, but he hasn't reached his little mini dream, which is to be the state champion in his age group and his weight. And eventually, if he becomes that state champion, then he's going to want to be the national champion. And this is the same process no matter what the age, as far as wrestling is concerned, or Thai boxing, or mixed martial arts, whatever it is. When you win that next level, you become the best fighter in your state. You've won that level of competition. Now you got to go to the regional level. Now you've taken care of that. Now you go to the national level. Now you're starting to be seen. You're this fighter that's beating everybody out there. Now you've made it into the UFC. Now that shouldn't be your dream. If that's your dream, well, you've done it. You've made it in the UFC. But that's not it. Your dream is to become the UFC champion at your weight. So now that's an entirely different thing, because now you're with another bunch of people that have the same dream. Now it's really going to come down to who has the rest of the package, all right? And for ours, let's say it's a UFC champion, or let's say it's the world champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right? You have to have a direction to reach your dream. How am I going to get there? What am I going to do to reach that dream, right? And this is very important. You know, how am I going to get there? Just like when I travel across the country, I have a roadmap. I know where I'm going to stop, why I'm stopping there. I have an understanding of how much, you know, fuel my car can take, you know, all that stuff. So that's what I do, is same thing to reach my goal competitively, or for the fighters to reach their goal competitively. What action steps are you going to take? How are you going to get there? All right? When are you going to start? And then when I start, at what time am I going to ask myself, I have to be this level of endurance. Now I got to get a little bit stronger. Now I have to understand technically how to do this. All these things have to happen. But you have to have ways to measure your progress. All right? So it's very important that when you have your direction, where you're going, you have also ability to measure where I'm at. And that's a lot of times where outside people come in as well. But that's where the next D comes in, and that's how detailed you are. You have to have a detailed outline of how you're going to get there. And that comes down to, where am I training? How am I training? When am I training? Who am I training with? Why am I training with those people? Why am I doing these drills? What do I need at this level of my competition? Where are my weaknesses? What are my strengths? All right, do I have enough setups? Am I properly looking at the person that I'm going to fight? What are his weaknesses? What are his strengths? All these things have to be very detailed, and then you have to direct a plan. You have to put a plan together, and it's very important that you understand all the ins and outs of your plan. All right, why am I going to do this? It's so important that you're detailed. Write it down, and on the outside, have someone who's totally objective look at it as well. This is what I think you need. This is where you should go. This is how you should train. Why you should train this way. All these things. So someone on the outside as well. So there's a lot of details involved, but be as detailed as possible, and then you have to go after it. All right. So that's where the next one comes in. All right. I might be, have the greatest dream in the world. All right, and I have my direction, how I'm going to get there, and I'm really detailed. I got it all written out, what I'm going to do, but you do not have the discipline. Right? You have to be disciplined. Right? And it's not just in the gym. What am I doing? How am I doing it? How hard am I going to do it? Right? That's easy. If you love training, if you love to push yourself really hard, it's easy to come to the gym and push yourself hard. That's what you love, right? However, what happens is the people lose their discipline when they walk out the door. Now they go and hang out with people that don't have your same drive. They don't have your same goals. They don't have your same dreams. They're negative, right? They have their complaints, right? You're drinking. You're smoking weed, all right? You're doing all these things. You're not sleeping enough. You're working too late. You're not eating the right foods. You're not drinking enough water. All these things are about discipline, all right? It's not how hard am I going to train, how disciplined I am in my training alone, right? In fact, think about it. You're in the gym for what, 4 to 6 hours a day if you're really, really active, because you only have so much really super intensive training you can do before your body wears out. Maybe drilling, you have your strength and conditioning, 4 to 6 hours, all right? What are you going to be doing for the next 20 to 18 hours of your day? There's where the discipline comes in. And many people don't have that discipline. Therefore, that narrows the group, right? You don't want to be in the big group where you have a bunch of undisciplined people who aren't doing what they need to be the best they can. You want to be amongst people, around people who are disciplined, who are going to keep you on the straight and narrow. And you have to yourself have that ability to do that. And that's where the next D comes in, and that's your determination. How determined are you to reach your dream? That means you're going to have to walk in your own your crowd. You're going to be determined to make this decision to go this way when everyone else is going that way. And guess what? You're going to be different. You're going to be separated from a lot of people because of your determination and discipline. But so what? You have a goal. The window of opportunity is small in the high-level athletic competitive world where champions are, right? Think about the longest reigning champion. It's been, hasn't been there for 20 years, all right? Usually, it's going to be 4 or 5 years of the most difficult, hard work you can do, and you have to be thinking about everything about your days, how you're planning your meals, when you're going to go to sleep, all that stuff, and it's a small window. But guess what? After that, you have maybe 40, 50, 60 years to think about, man, did I do what I should have done? Was I doing what I shouldn't have done too much? Did I really put 100% of who I am into this? All right? You have a lot of years to think, and as a competitive person, if you didn't do that, if you didn't push yourself hard enough, a lot of times you're going to be thinking about the glory days. When I did this, when I did that. I mean, I wish if I would have done this, I would have been that. It's all BS, all right? Bottom line is, you better have another dream and you go after it. Now, above and beyond all this is, or below all this, what I say, the thing that's going to fuel what you're doing is your drive. Do you have the mental and emotional motivation to push yourself day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year after year? That grind is constant. It wears down most people to the point where they just can't do it anymore. However, the people that are driven, that have something outside themselves, inside themselves, whatever's motivating them, Maybe it's your own drive to compete, to be the best you can at whatever you can. That's your driving factor. Maybe it's the people on the outside of your life that you don't want to let down, or that you want to prove that you're bigger, better, the best, whatever it might be. Whatever drives you, you have to find that. Right? The fuel to keep yourself going is unbelievable. A lot of times people are going to say, man, how is it that every day you're in here just pushing super hard? How is it that you're doing all these things, you never seem to get tired? You might be tired, you might be fatigued, but you know you have this dream, right? And no matter what, nothing's going to get in my way. I'm going to go around, through, under, over, smash apart obstacles that are in my way, because I have this drive, this fuel, this inner, whatever it is. Sometimes you cannot put it in words, but it's there. That's what separates so many people from others, the champions from those people that fall and wane short of their goals, is that drive. All right? So again, that drive, that inner drive is going to you'll turn you into that determined person that's so determined to reach your goal that you're going to discipline your life perfectly. You're going to do what you're supposed to do, and you're going to stay away from the things that you're not supposed to do because of your discipline, right? Next thing, because of your discipline, you're so detailed in every aspect of your training. You know when, how, why, where, what you're going to do. Everything is detailed, so that roadmap, the direction that you're heading, is always being monitored. So you're always reaching and driving in the right direction to reach your dream. All right? And then ultimately, the dream is about who you are as a person, your purpose, your drive. How then, once you've reached your dream, all right, what's your next dream? What are you going to do next? All right? That's your destiny, who you are as a person. So guys, here it is. You have your 7 Ds. All right, it's super important that you understand that it's just not a crapshoot. It's really about this overarching destiny and who I am as a person. Right? So I want you to really think about this, put it down, write down your goals. What is your dream? How are you going to get there? And then that discipline, that's the important part. You have to be disciplined, you have to be determined, and you have to have that drive. So again, it's a little bit of a tidbit here, a little stuff for you to think about, write down. But again, this is Greg Nelson from the Academy, seeing how you could maybe become a next UFC champion, all right? Or the next whatever champion. It's up to you, all right? Work hard, get detailed, have that dream, know your destiny.